Now, as your questions keep coming in, let's properly introduce our guest, beginning with Morty Tollo from Elbaite. Morty founded Elbaite in 2017. It's an Australian-owned and operated non-custodial exchange, the first of its kind to be registered with Austrac. Morty, thanks so much for joining us. So, a non-custodial exchange, just tell us about your experience in setting this up, perhaps the problem you had with centralised exchanges, if you like.
Good to be here again, and let's start in 2017. I mean, the industry was a bit of a wild, wild west back then, and what we needed was a facility, if you'd like, for people to buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency exchanges directly to their wallet, and that's how we started out with, was offering an exchange that allowed people to buy and sell Bitcoin from their wallet directly to the person they were selling to, and if you were buying Bitcoin, you would get the Bitcoin directly to your wallet. Now that's the first of its kind in the entire world, and we were regulated as one of the first exchanges back in 2017. So our story begins in a really Australian innovation here, but really what Elbaite is today, it's a very broad cryptocurrency exchange. We deal with custody, we deal with vaults, and we deal with obviously those that would prefer to buy Bitcoin directly to their wallet. So, it's been a long time since 2017. Our story has gone through many ups and downs in the market. We've been in it, and we're going to be in it for the long term. I think the Australian industry, if I might add, is still in its infancy. I think there's still a long, long way for further growth, and I think it's only really now it's becoming truly mainstream, but we're still not there yet, and I think there's still a lot more to the story left.
So, Morty, you talk about setting up a peer-to-peer exchange that allows users to retain their custody. Why is that important?
So let's rewind. Let's rewind back all the way to 2013, 2014. There was a massive crypto exchange by the name of Mt. Gox, and they got hacked, and billions of dollars of Bitcoin was stolen. That not only ruined the industry, but more importantly, basically meant its users' life savings, or their Bitcoin was gone. That story has happened time and again and again. And we recently saw it with FTX, 2 years ago. That again meant that the crypto exchanges that were holding onto the customers' Bitcoin, they were at risk. So there is what we call as the counterparty risk, or the storage risk here. And if the Bitcoin is not with you, then it's at risk with the person that you're trusting to hold it safe. Many of these big international exchanges, the reason they're not in Australia is because there's a lot of regulations here, consumer protections here. Many of these exchanges are not in regulated jurisdictions. They're in the Bahamas, like FTX, and that puts customers at risk. With Elbaite, we're completely in Australia. We're founded in Australia. We're based right here in Melbourne. And now we do offer what we call as vaults. These are custody, segregated, separate wallets per investor. So every user on our platform gets their own specific wallet that all their crypto is purely in trust for them. And it's not commingled. So unlike other crypto exchanges where the Bitcoin may be with them, but it's sort of mixed around with all of their customers, and you don't really know if they've got enough Bitcoin, if there was a bank run style, if the Bitcoin that they owe you is going to be there. We go one step further. We create a separate vault, a separate wallet per user, and they can audit that vault anytime. They don't even need to ask us for an audit report. They can go out there and they can get a third-party audit. So our exchange is all about trust. It's about bringing trust back, because what this industry is all about is the creation of a new financial system network that is more transparent, that is more clear, that is more secure, and we'd like to play a part in that story.
Morty, how many tokens do you support, and how do you make that selection?
So token support is quite controversial. You have crypto exchanges that list any meme coin out there without doing proper due diligence on whether this is an actual safe, real cryptocurrency that users should invest into. Ours, we only list the blue chip. These are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we've also got Doge. I mean, Doge's story is quite fascinating, but we've done our due diligence, and it is a secure network. It's a secure token. Whether you think it's just a joke or whether you want to take it serious is another question, but when it comes to its security itself, we've done our due diligence on it. So we right now have got over 24 blue chip cryptocurrencies, and we're looking to always add more to that portfolio, but we think these are the cryptocurrencies that at least our users, I guess the serious sort of investors are interested in, and that's what we support.
And Morty, I see that you've got trader profiles on your platform. Why is that?
So this comes back to the marketplace idea, right? Similar to, say, Amazon or eBay, you want to know a little bit about the person you're buying Bitcoin from, right? Who is this person? How many trades has this person done? Are they reputable? And so that's the sort of the profile here, because it's really about providing a very clear and transparent marketplace. However, the key here is protecting both the seller and the buyer. And we do that by making sure that they don't have information between each other that could put themselves at risk. So your bank details, all these sort of private information are not shared between the buyer and seller. All the seller knows is that somebody that's been vetted by us, that has gone through our due diligence, is looking to buy some Bitcoin from them, and all they've got to do is send that Bitcoin to that person's wallet. So it's super easy. And what it means, though, is at both stages, whether it's the buyer sending the funds or the seller sending the crypto, they're both protected at all times by our platform. And that's the marketplace idea.